Hello, everybody. Welcome to those who haven't been here before, and welcome back to those who have watched before. Thanks for coming again. My name is Alea Langley, and if you're watching this right now, you've seen the title of this video, so you know I have something exciting to share. So I'm going to talk to you about it, and yeah, basically, last month, this is now March, last month in February, I made a video. I went to go see a movie. I made a 1-minute movie review, as I always do. I've made over 200 now, and the studio that the movie released, that the movie is under, messaged me or sent him like a message request in TikTok to say they wanted to partner with me. So pause before I even say what the movie is. And some of you might already know if you follow me on TikTok. I was just like flabbergasted because if you've been on my channel before, I watch and see a lot of movies, and I started doing these 1-minute movie reviews around the time I came back to YouTube. As a big reason for that was a quick way to share my thoughts on movies. People ask me all the time, like what movies to see, yada yada, whatever, because they know I go to the movies a lot. And I did just that. Made another 1-minute movie review. It was a movie I happened to be really excited to see in like for months. Saw it, did it, and then like 2 days later, maybe, or at least I saw it at least 2 days later, I look at my TikTok notifications and I say, oh wow, I got a message from A24 wanting to partner with me about my video. So the movie I went to see is Pillion. It's this great movie. It's a British film by Harry Lighton. That was Alexander Skarsgård and Harry Melling. I'd wanted to see it for quite a while, but just hadn't been out in cinemas yet. So the moment it came out in U.S. cinemas, I went to the cinema to see it. And like I said, I made my video like I do every video. Put it up. Great. Didn't think anything of it. Just like kind of how the rest they do. I put them everywhere. And to get that message was so just like, wait, what? So like I accepted the message. I was like, yeah, great, sure. And then they like followed up with me, and like we started like the process and kind of like said, we want to use your video in an advertisement. The movie had just come out, basically, like I said, in U.S. cinemas. They wanted to like use it as a way to promote the film, and it was like needed to get permission to do that essentially. And the thing about my 1-minute movie reviews, because obviously once I like approve them like doing that and that kind of thing, and I'll go into that a little bit. Some people, and I saw some people like after, because the video had already been up for like 2 days, and then they started promoting it, let's say, saying like, oh, I know you got paid for this ad, yada yada. That's the thing. I made the video completely before A24 reached out to me. I usually, when I make a 1-minute movie review, I tag the studio or the movie handle in the video, because it's just like, it's A24, it's Fox, it's whatever it's whatever it is, whatever studio it is. I was like, no, like these were my genuine reactions. I gave it a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It was like one of my favorite movies of the year. It still is. One of my favorites of the year that I've seen so far. And it's completely me, as all my 1-minute movie reviews are. It wasn't until after that they said, hey, we can use it as an ad. And the thing is too, that I found out in this process, using it as an ad, it's like TikTok, and I'm breaking it down for anybody who happens to be watching this and is maybe like doing like little videos, like kind of how, I don't want to say little, I'm not trying to belittle them, but you know, making videos, doing whatever on YouTube or other platforms, at least in this kind of stance, or this circumstance rather, they reach out, they like need your permission essentially. And it's like TikTok can either like give you money based on how the ad performs, because obviously A24 would be the one promoting the ad, and then the TikTok can get benefits from that because it's like people are on their content, you know, that kind of thing, how the ball gets rolling, and maybe you can get some like dividends or whatever from that. And in my discussions with A24, it was either like, yeah, just give us the permission like to use your specific video link, or you could like download the video and send it to us. I chose the one where I like give them permission for the link to the video, so they could like use it for a certain amount of time, or you can like set lengths, whatever like that. But it was really kind of just like a cool opportunity that came up that was just totally unexpected. Again, it was like I know I never make any of my videos hoping that someone will try to like give me something to like make a video, or on the back end, front end, whatever like that. I really am doing this for like, I enjoy it a lot, but I also enjoy like being able to talk to people about whether it's movies, whether it's tech, whether it's TV shows. You know, we got through the Oscars, whatever it happens to be, whatever I'm talking about. Like, it's just like a fun thing that I'm able to do. I have a full job and things like that. I work. I'm just looking at my degree up here. One of my degrees up here. Like this coming on YouTube and other platforms that I have. I've been back on it for I think about 2 years now. It's been a really great thing for me to to like get back into, and I really, really have enjoyed it. But I never had intentions of trying to like get a partnership deal or anything like that, or anything. It's just kind of like making the stuff I make and enjoying the stuff I make. Hopefully you guys like it too. So it was just like a nice kind of like surprising nice thing to someone to be like, oh, hey, we saw your video, we liked it a lot. Can we use it as an ad? Great thing, honestly. So I emailed with them back and forth a little bit. My sister's a lawyer. I don't think I really needed like a whole legal mind, but I just showed her some of the things. I was like, make sure like this is like sounding right in terms of like giving them permission for my video. She did one thing where she was like, they put in this yada yada, permission for content, change it to permission to use 1 minute movie review Pillion, like make it specific. So I was thankful to my sister to give me like a little tips there, here and there, and if I needed to change any of the wording. But they were really great to work with. It's just like really easy and kind of just like boom, boom, bang, like, yeah, just do this, here's this link, and yeah. And they like approved of the ad, whatever, and they put it up on TikTok. And the video, I'll look at my TikTok now to see like how many views it's at currently. But I'm scrolling a little bit. Let me see. It's at 82,000.8 views. On my TikTok, obviously that's very big for me. I know like maybe on other people's TikToks, that's not a huge thing. I would recommend you follow me on TikTok at Aaliyah Langley. All my social medias, apart from my Instagram, are at Aaliyah Langley. My Instagram is at Aaliyah Langley Pro. But yeah, so that's kind of just been like being able to do that. And I have, again, all my other women movie reviews are all up there and all doing things. Yeah, so I have a chance, I guess, to get like a little something from TikTok, let's say. But then also in my discussions with A24, I reached out to them and in the chats with them, like, is there like any kind of like payment from you all? Or like, how does it work? Trying to like, figure out those things. And they gave me a $200 gift card. How awesome. So I have a $200 gift card from A24. Again, this happened like, I posted the video on February 15th, and I think I started talking to them like February 17th, 18th, around there. So it's been a month now. I got this gift card. I haven't received anything from TikTok at this point. Something might come later. I'm not even, again, as I kind of already laid out and explained, I'm not really worried about that. I just kind of wanted to share this opportunity with you guys, just because if you're a subscriber to my channel, you've watched my channel, things like that, it's like a nice thing, kind of as I laid out, to be like, oh wow, someone like sees your work, and likes it, wants to use it, to promote their own thing as well. And again, it worked out very well that it happened to be a movie I was very, very excited to see, and had wanted to see for a while. So obviously I gave it a great review. Obviously that's great. And that's just wonderful. I will say, funny thing with this, when this was all happening, my mother was in Michigan, babysitting my god siblings, who were all like in middle school. My 3 youngest god siblings, they're all in middle school. And my god brother, he said, "Oh, Aaliyah, congratulations, yada yada. Can you send us the video so we could see what the A24 watched and wants to like promote?" And I said, "Oh, actually no." And they were like, "Oh, it's too, okay, never mind." And it was so funny. And the reason I said no, I spoke to my mom later. My dad was on the line too. I said no because the movie is about like a dom sub relationship, and in the video I say that, and it said it's kind of, some people have called it a dom-com. I was like, this is not for 12 and 13-year-olds. Like, no. But it made me laugh. I was like, also again, I'm excited to see the movie, and I liked it a lot, things like that. But like for my little god brother and sisters to be like, "Oh, we want to support you. Can you send us the video so we could see?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I can't send it. Can't send that video out." Didn't send it to like to family really, because it's like, I can't like send that around to like my grandma. Like, not happening. Anyways, like I said about this $200 gift card, I haven't opened up. I just got my package from A24. I went to the store and ordered some things, because I didn't even realize, I ended up ordering a crew neck that was like a pre-order crew neck, so it like just released. So I had to wait for some of the other things I got. But the package has come. And I said, let me do a video talking about this experience a little bit, little tidbits of it, and it's an exciting thing and whatnot, and show you the things I got from A24. It actually worked out well that it was like A24 of all the studios, because A24 genuinely has released some of my favorite films of the past few years, and even like some of my favorite films of all time. Like my favorite movie from 2025, it's well documented on here, is Sorry Baby, my favorite movie of 2025. And even like, again, talking about favorite movies of all time, Past Lives and After Sun. I have posters on the wall right over there. Like, some of my favorite movies of all time have come from A24, and especially some of my favorite movies of the past several years have come out of A24. So it's like, again, it's like a great studio that I've already really enjoyed. I've already seen other A24 things even since watching that movie Pillion. And yeah, so it's like, oh, sick. Like another like nice little benefit. Like, oh, it's A24 of all the studios. A studio I really like what they put out usually. And I feel like they usually pick a lot of great things. So this is the box that came here. I ripped off the package label, but I figured let's just open this and I'll just show you the things I got. I got like 6 or 7 things. Yeah, I think 6 or 7 things. Again, there's a $200 gift card I got, but I did pay a little bit to get like one other thing to basically like just bring it together. Trying to cut it towards my body. But I might have to. Okay, there we go. I think that's enough. So I waited to open this box. I got here like 2 days ago, but I was busy. But I said, let me wait to open it on YouTube. I need to get my scissors again. Okay, I got everything out. I have this big thing on my desk here, and I'll just lift up the stuff as it comes. First off, this was on top of the package. I'm not 100% sure what this is. It might just be, yeah, just like your order form. I've never gotten a package from A24. Oh, what I was saying as well, talking about how it worked out, A24 being the studio of all the studios that like reached out to do this. And again, kind of going with the thing that they've released some of my favorite movies of the past several years. I have wanted to get, and I've gone back and forth for a while with one of my favorite movies of all time, of getting the physical DVD of After Sun. Also, I think Past Lives as well. But I remember like a while ago, I was like, oh yeah, they have it at Barnes & Noble. Like they have a partnership with A24 and whatever. I'll go over there and go get it. And I was going to get it one day and I kind of forgot about it or didn't do it. And yeah, the movie has been out for 3 years. So it is like, Aaliyah, why didn't you have it already? I have it like digitally a bunch of places. I have a lot of movies digitally, but I'm getting more into like getting physical media. But also it's like, same with my books. It's like, and this is only a little bit of some of the books I have. I have a lot of books, and I also am now collecting, again, a lot of movies and things like that. So again, kind of working on like, oh, this is a movie I wanted to get. I can get it now through this gift card. Or the Past Lives screenplay book. They don't have the DVD anymore. I thought about getting that, but I wasn't 100% sure. Like, do I actually need it? Whatever. I still don't really need it, but I was like, oh, I have a gift card now. I can get it through the website. So this was the reason. This was the first thing here in the package. This A24 black logo outline crew neck. This is just the actual packaging. Like, it's not that loud. It's just let me pull it out of this package. So this was the item that was on pre-order that made the stuff come a little later. It's just a simple black crew neck, and it says A24 on it. Yeah, I thought this would be nice to have. Very good material, actually, as well. Nice little crew neck. I can wear it to the movies when I see my next A24 film, maybe, or just like around the town. But nice. That's the first thing we got. Next up, kind of thinking about like all the books, and I have a lot of bookmarks, but I decided this was like a cute little bookmark. I thought it's a dog ear bookmark, it says, so a little like dog ear there. And yeah, I thought it was nice. It's stainless steel, so it's like a nice, like good quality, good like thick bookmark. I do have the Past Lives screenplay book now that you're going to see in a second, but I figured like, oh, for the books I have, like some of those books right there I need to get through, whatnot. It's like, oh, I can have a nice little extra bookmark, a nice little good solid one, will be nice for me. Another one, oh, speaking of bookmarks, but I'll show that in a second actually. I am going to take this out. There's this great movie, I hope you've seen it, from A24 called Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. And when I was like perusing the website, I saw this Marcel the Shell heavy metal figurine, and I said, that seems cute. Let me look at what that is. And I just like added it to the cart. I was like, why not go for it? Marcel the Shell's so cute. And I could just imagine this maybe like just sitting on my desk, or maybe if I put it in one of my bookshelves here, or some of my other ones, could be a nice little thing to have. So let me open this up a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. If you happen to have not seen the film, it's just basically Marcel the Shell with his shoes on as he comes. It's a great film. Jenny Slate, I think is her name, is actually the one who voices Marcel. How do I get him out of here? I'm gonna try to get him out, but this is Marcel. Try to be gentle here. Oh, like it's a nice little heavy little piece. This is Marcel. I'm confused what this little piece is for. If this is like another, if I happen to have something else, I don't know. But this is Marcel. It's a nice, good, solid little heavy situation. But this is little Marcel. Kind of looks funny and I mean, it is. If you've seen the movie, you get it's like kind of somewhat of a comedy type thing. But he looks cute, I feel like. And I can just imagine him either on my desk here, like I said, on my bookshelf somewhere, just like, hey, what's up, guy? And it might just remind me of a nice little funny moment from the movie or whatever it happens to be. Or yeah, good little movie though. If you haven't seen it, definitely take the time to do that. So there's that, and it comes in this little, like I said, this little box. So I'll keep him in that for now until I figure out where I'm gonna put him. Yeah, because he's already fallen. He almost fell out of my box. Let me get him better up on this ledge. Goodness. Okay. Next up here, what do we have next? What do I want to do next? This excellent movie, talking about some of the best movies of the past several years, called The Zone of Interest. Really great film. Excellent film. This is the back of the picture. Yeah, this is the 4K DVD. This film is excellent. If you haven't seen this film, you absolutely should see it. I actually was just thinking about watching this film again. Oscar-winning film, excellent film, and it's one I don't own it digitally, but it is like on HBO Max. I know it is actually. I found this out after buying this movie. After you buy a movie on A24's website, you get access to it online on their A24 like online account, which was like, oh wow, cool. And that's what I should know when I was speaking to them about like how it goes. Like, would I get anything from you or whatever like that? It was like, oh, we can give you a gift card, or like we can get you like a A24 membership. And I went with a gift card because it made more sense for me personally. But yeah, so that's another thing I got. The Zone of Interest. I got it by Jonathan Glazer. That film. It is an Oscar-winning film. Like I said, it won Best Sound, won International Feature. I don't know what else it might have won. I think at least those two, but International Feature absolutely deserved to win that, absolutely. And then also the sound on this film is excellent. Absolutely, the way they were able to design and edit that is superb. All right, talking about some of my favorite movies of the past few years, but also one of my favorite movies of all time. This is actually in my top 4 favorite movies of all time, Aftersun here. This is, again, the DVD I'd thought about for a while, but just never committed to actually going to buy. I have this digitally and things like that, but as I've been thinking about getting more physical DVDs, things like that, usually from like Criterion or other things like that, I finally got this through being able to get this gift card. And like I said, you know, on Letterboxd, they ask you for like your top 4 favorite films, and this is in my top 4 favorite films. I have the poster right over there. And this film is excellent to me, just absolutely excellent. Charlotte Wells is the director here, directorial debut for her with this. Paul Mescal as the lead, and yeah, really great picture. So finally had that DVD. Very, very happy to finally have that completely. You can have it on my shelves. And finally here, the Past Lives screenplay book. Past Lives, and talking about directorial debuts, another directorial debut by Celine Song. I just realized as well, the 3 movies I listed earlier saying my favorite movies of all time, really, but like also my favorite movies of like from A24 from the past several years are Sorry Baby, Past Lives, and Aftersun. Interestingly enough, all 3 of those films are first-time directors and writers. They actually are all women, and it's their first time directing a film. And I believe for all of them, first time like writing a feature film as well. I just realized that, like, that's the interesting kind of like line there. But yeah, this is the Past Lives screenplay book. I'm going to open this up quickly. And also, I was mentioning with my dog ear bookmark I got, they also gave me a Past Lives bookmark that clearly goes with this that I could use in this book. So this dog ear bookmark, again, I probably will just keep it for other things I happen to get. So that's like a nice little thing. Past Lives is a fantastic movie. This movie came out, in 2024. I went to see it like right before my birthday, and I literally chose, and I was sobbing horribly, and I chose to go see it again on my birthday and share it with some other people, even though I knew I was going to cry again, and I absolutely did. And this film is superb. And a huge reason why that film was so superb is because of the screenplay, Oscar-nominated screenplay. And yeah, it's a fantastic book. Let me open it up. I remember when this was announced as coming out, I think this book came out like last year, maybe. Was this film released in 2023? Man, time is moving. Yeah, the film was 2023. For some reason, I thought it was 2024. Man, where's the time going? So this film's been out for 3 years, but I believe this book came out like last year. And see, this says book number 13. A24 has been releasing these like screenplay books. They have like several on their website now. But of the ones released, like there are some cool ones on there, but if I was going to get one, I was going to get Past Lives, because as I said, one of my favorite movies of my life, and also one of my favorite like screenplays the past bit. Yeah, so the thing is, this film is primarily in Korean, but there's a good amount of English as well. Something I like, they have, as I imagine it was in the screenplay, they have the words written out in both Korean and in English, which is nice, like for those moments to, keep it genuine like that. I wanted to have it, in both ways. They also have some nice pictures in here, some nice like lovely things. Oh, look, and it has like the pictures, and it has like the movie time, so you could see like the time that the movie is, like at the little frame that they're capturing. I just literally just the other day, the end of the film was really what rips your heart out. And just the other day, I was watching the end of the film, the scene in the bar, and then like the scene where, and this, oh my days, I could tear up right now. And then this scene here when they're like walking away, and then when he turns around, it cuts. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gonna make me tear up again. That movie is just fabulous. And this is the scene in the bar, part of the scene in the bar. This film is excellent. This is one of those, again, if you have not seen this, you absolutely need to do this. I would have bought the movie if they had it. I don't have that movie physically, like a physical copy of it. I have it digitally. I have seen it around. I don't know if A24 released a like A24 edition film of it, because I could buy it, but I don't want to just buy like a normal kind of one. I was hoping to either get one like if it had a Criterion release, or if it was on A24's thing, so it could stay with the. I've seen people who have had A24 films, and similar to the Criterion films, like they have like, the same kind of, A24, and they have like the same kind of writing, that same kind of thing, and you can, keep all the things together that kind of way. But we'll still look into that if I am able to get it, because it is something I do certainly want to have on my shelf, because digital media is, you never know what's going to happen. I have a lot of digital media, films, things like that I've collected for years, but, it's nice to have it in your house, where I can pick it up and grab it. Who knows when the internet's going to go out and you need to watch a movie. But if I don't have the movie for now, I could just read the screenplay in this lovely bundled book. So yeah, that is really it. Again, I got a partnership with A24. That partnership from my 1 minute movie review, Pillion. Again, it's on my TikTok. If you'd like to see the video, if you haven't seen it at all, you certainly can watch it on my YouTube page, but you can watch it on TikTok. It doesn't really affect like going to the link directly. I don't think it really affects like how the ad does, because I believe the ad kind of goes like it's A24 like promoting it. And I'm not even 100% sure if it's still being promoted now. The movie's been out a month. Whatever it is, I just wanted to tell you guys about it and kind of just like reiterate just like my happiness for that, honestly, yeah, but then also just like being able to do this at all has been great. People who have been able to be here, subscribed here, whatever, and just supported in whatever way you can, and kind of just like watching the videos, commenting, tell me what you think of the movie or the tech I'm talking about, or the book, or whatever happens to be. We kind of like cover a lot of different things here, as as life is, you're interested in a lot of different things. I want to say as well, before I go, shout out to my parents. And I'm thinking about that because I've always been interested in movies. Matter of fact, a very long time ago, speaking about how much digital media I own, I didn't really. I don't know how it necessarily happened, but I was buying a whole bunch of things on my iTunes account years ago, like movies primarily, and I like racked up this huge bill. It was like back in the day, it would just kind of like go through whatever card you had down, even if it was going to charge you later. And I remember like one time my mom was like, Aaliyah, you like, it was like a very high number, and I was like, oh yikes. I was like a young, but I mean, whatever. I've always been interested in movies like to I feel like to a very good degree. Um, I grew up in a small town where like you had movies come through, but like it wasn't like where I am in the city now, where like smaller films come all the time, or they come early, things like that. You can like have more access to films in those kind of ways in cinemas and whatnot. But so I've always kind of been interested in movies, and that's been great. But it really was. I'm thinking about them because I like going to movies, things like that, whatever. But it was when I was a senior in college. There was this thing called Movie Pass. Some of you guys might know about it. I don't know. That was out, and my parents got it for me for Christmas, like going into like my final semester of my senior year, right? And I had laid out my senior year, I laid out my whole college experience like very detailed, and like I had heard of horror stories from people who like, oh, I got to my last semester of college and I realized I had one more class to do, so I was not going to have that be me, and then let alone too, I was in a very difficult major. I was like, no, everything is going to be very laid out. So I knew every class I was going to take up until like the start of freshman year all the way to the end. So I structured it in a way to really intentionally make sure that my last semester of senior year was like very light classes primarily. And so I could like be able to like really enjoy my senior year, my final semester of college. First semester as well, but like I had like some other like whatever. I was like, my last semester of college, I wanted to be as light as possible. So that way I could like have more time to do like this, that, or the third, whatever. So being able to have Movie Pass, which at the time Movie Pass, you could go to a movie every single day. Didn't matter what theater, you can go any theater chain with the Movie Pass card. I probably still have my old card. It was like a red card, had my name on it, and there was like a Movie Pass app, I believe, as well. Or maybe there wasn't even an app at the time, but I had it was like a credit card, and you would type in your card information. It was Movie Pass, and you didn't have to pay for it. It was like you paid like the monthly fee, whatever it was. But my parents got that for me. Like I got it Christmas. It would have been 2013, or not 2013. Whoa! I got it Christmas 2017, and I was able to take it back to school when I was starting my second semester senior year. And from that moment on, really, again, as I kind of lay out as well, I had a lot more free time because I had like less intense classes because I had planned things really well. I was able to go to the movies a bunch more. So I started to go to the movies, and that's really as well when I started to go to movies alone. Of course, it's lovely to have people to go to movies with you, but if people were busy, if friends of mine were busy in other classes or didn't want to go see a movie, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. Or also, they didn't want to pay for a movie because I had Movie Pass and they didn't. I would just go by myself, and I'd go on random days. I'd go in the middle of the day after class. I'd go whenever it was, and I just would go to the movies, other movies just like theaters around the town, and go see these things. And in those times, I had seen so many things that I had like never necessarily planned on seeing. It was just like I had this Movie Pass subscription. I could just go see a movie. It didn't matter like what the cost was because I had this subscription, and I just went and did it. And it was like a glorious several months. And I brought that back when I was able to still do that after college for a bit. And then eventually, again, if you guys were around for Movie Pass, it went down because as quick as those kind of startups go, they can also really crash and burn because everyone kind of caught on to Movie Pass. And then they started like adding all this red tape and all these things, and it just kind of just went horribly. And then I just like basically got rid of the subscription. And then when I ended up moving to where I am now, I didn't have an AMC where I was before after college. So I got AMC A-List when I moved here, which would have been 2019, and then that opened things up even more because AMC A-List then was 3 movies a week, any format. Now it's 4 movies a week, any format. But yeah, so shout out to my parents for kind of like helping me in a way get back into like going to the movies more regularly at the cinemas, like with the Movie Pass subscription, because that really like started me again on kind of like being able to go a lot. I wasn't going tons and tons when I was like in school and things like that. Like, when I was like younger before college and whatnot, I would go now and then, like with my parents or like friends maybe, but it just would depend on what was happening. but I still really liked movies. I still would like watch the Oscars. I still would do like certain things, whatever. But yeah, so kind of having that starting like my adulthood, like about to leave college, and having that be something that was like really like a really great time in life with that, and kind of being able to build off that now in terms of being able to go see movies even more with my AMC A-List subscription. I pay for that. My parents don't pay for that, but you know, yeah. So shout out to you, Mom and Dad, if you're watching. Appreciate that. That was like one of the best gifts you ever got me. I feel like that's just a really fun gift. I remember being so happy to get it. I was like, oh my gosh, what's this? My mom was like, yeah, it's this thing called MoviePass, and you can go see it. And I was like skeptical about it first. I was like, what? How does it work? And I went flying on it. I was like, oh great. And I was the type of customer that they didn't want to have, because I was the type of person who was like consistently going. I was like, okay, I can go to a movie every day? Bet. I'm gonna go to a bunch of movies and do it. Where, you know, those kind of programs where they like get people to pay for it, but people maybe go see one movie or two movies. Like, no, I was using that card. Again, like I said, I probably still have it in one of my old wallets. I was using that card, and I was going out to the movie theaters, and I was having a grand old time. And I had that subscription for like at least a year, if not longer. But yeah, all that to say, as we wrap up here, thanks so much for watching, and we've been on this journey. If I get more partnerships, that'd be cool, but as I kind of said before, it's not about that for me. It's really just like being able to be on here and talk about the things I like, talk about the things you like, hopefully, and we move and go from there. So see you guys in my next video, whenever that's going to be. But yeah, have a great one. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for supporting all the things. I will link the Pillion TikTok 1 minute movie review in my description if you'd like to watch it or leave a comment there and support that way, whatever you want to do. Appreciate that. That's great. And thanks again for just even being here this whole time, supporting whatever way you have been. All good things, and all does not go unappreciated from me, certainly. So thanks so much, and see you guys later.